Free them all.
We're saying
Free them all.
Mumia
Live
Abu
and direct.
Jamaat,
Take
Oscar Grant,
Free them all. And positive energy is everything to us. So again, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Thank you.
So justice for Tyree. You guys see it here. We with the Nichols family and all the others that are out here fighting for justice for all. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, hollywoodnex, in the building, bringing you guys yet another one. So, hey, Spicy, I see you in the building. Hey, Boo. Hey, Karen. Thank you. When Miss T get here, I'm going to give her her wrench because I was trying to add her and I couldn't get it together. But, hey, neither here nor there. We're all good. All right, you all. What is today? Is it really Monday? All day, every day is today. No, it's all day. So, hey, everybody. Anyway, Diddy can't stop and he just won't stop, right? So, after he did his little, I guess, apology or whatever, he came outside. And it looked like, let me tell you why I think he came outside, first of all. Because Lil Duval, he was like, it looked like Diddy is in Bailey with Russell. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And when you look up at the ceiling, it's given he's somewhere. But then Diddy came outside to let the people know, nah, don't throw me under the bus. I ain't left. Don't send them boys coming to my house. I am here in Miami. So he popped outside. I was like, shit. Diddy is like, shit. He got enough on his back and bad enough he had to come out and get an apology. But anyway, TMZ decided that they wanted to, I guess, maybe he got somebody on the inside of TMZ because I remember in the Kale sector, they had a lot of people from TMZ, like the father, what was it, Azriel's father. A lot of people had access, Don Russell, they had access to TMZ. So I think about Diddy got some folks that got access to TMZ, and they must have heard about our video. We made a little bit of noise. We ain't big like the people, but we louder. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But we made some noise because TMZ came out to let the people hear and let it be known. Excuse me, that he could not say their names. Like he could not identify what's her name, Cassie, because of the lawsuit, and then there's a NDA that's in play where he cannot say her name. So I was like, okay, so like I said, the cleanup is real. So let me see, where is my article? Because I was about to share that with y'all, and then we're gonna get into this other stuff going on with Diddy with Peloton. Okay, so we gotta talk about that, and we're gonna just talk about some Diddy stuff. So bring y'all thoughts, y'all opinions. It's all as well. It's all's welcome over here, and I appreciate you guys for tuning into this live. So if y'all new to this channel, welcome. If y'all returning, welcome back. Okay. So with that being said, yeah, I was trying to put that up, but I'm gonna get into this one first, and then I'll double back to that one. All right, let's get into this Peloton. Pull this up. See what's going on with this. Ooh, Diddy. Okay, here we go. Boom. All right. So Peloton pumps brakes on all Diddy's music. If y'all haven't heard that by now, it's been out for almost 2 hours now. The information came out. So Peloton is swearing off Diddy's music for all future workouts. This after the horrifying 2016 clip of the rapper beating his ex, Cassie, emerged on its private members' Facebook page. The fitness company stated, "We take this issue very seriously and can confirm Peloton has paused the use of Sean Combs' music, as well as remove the Bad Boy Entertainment Artist series on our platform." Okay, this is just one of many things that happened today because also the mayor came out too. Okay, that key they gave, they want that key back. Okay, so we're gonna get into that as well. But this is the information on the Peloton. So, dear Peloton, your next purge needs to be all Diddy classes, sign women everywhere. Wow. Okay. So, here's what they posted on Twitter. Or their Facebook, their Facebook post. So thank you for sharing your concerns. We take this issue very seriously and can confirm Peloton has paused the use of Sean Combs' music as well as removed the Bad Boy Entertainment Artist series on our platform. This means our instructors are no longer using his music in any newly produced classes. Again, thank you for sharing your concerns and thank you for being a member of our Peloton community. Okay, so they have spoken and they wanted it to be known. Is this just the beginning for Diddy? Yes, it is definitely just the beginning. It's some more stuff, and then we're gonna get into the FBI. They had like one of the former FBI agents came out and he had some things he wanted to say. So we're going to cover that as well. And again, leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. I'm here to answer some of y'all questions as best as I can. But I don't have no facts, so we're going to come up with it all together. Okay, this is just our opinion because we have the right to have that. So that's what we're going to do. They add, this means our instructors are no longer using his music in newly produced classes. Again, thank you for sharing your concerns and thank you for being a member of our Peloton community. Peloton's comment was in response to a post from a concerned member reading, "Dear Peloton, your next purge needs to be all Diddy classes, sign women everywhere." Okay, they want them to purge him, okay? Get rid of him. Sources with direct knowledge have also confirmed to TMZ Peloton's scrapping Diddy's music as well. Okay, so if y'all don't remember, back in 2022, Peloton removed all of Kanye West's music from its own demand library following his anti-Semitic remarks, okay? So they clearly have a track record of swift action when it comes to maintaining brand integrity. This comes hot on the heels of Diddy's public apology for his videotape beating of Cassie, saying he takes full responsibility for his actions. He claims he's already gone to rehab, but that's a claim. It has not been really proven as a fact. He claimed he's going to therapy. He claiming he getting substance abuse help. So I don't know, because he still got this look on him, and it's real dark. And he has been running from this for a very long time. He's been running since it's been hidden, and he's not just running from this, but I can't even imagine the mountains of other things he's running from based on the other lawsuits that are out there pending, y'all. Okay, let's see. So, 2016, okay, we did that one. So the March 2016 assault on his then girlfriend took place in LA's Intercontinental Hotel, and the surveillance video obtained by CNN. You can see Diddy chase her down a hallway, grabbed her by the neck, and hurled her to the ground where he kicked and dragged her. But the apology has been widely trashed by the public, especially since he didn't directly apologize to Cassie, okay? Yeah, so like I said, we were heard, y'all. I feel like they heard us because we said it here, how basically he didn't address her by her name. That apology was not, to me, an apology. It's like he apologized to himself. He was acknowledging his disgust of himself. He wasn't acknowledging the fact that she's suffered post-traumatic stress, possible syndrome from this here action, you know. So he does not really, that apology to me wasn't, you know. But again, this is how they're putting it out there saying that, he couldn't apologize to her. So that's what it was. But anyway, TMZ broke the story. He legally could not mention her name, is what they're saying, due to the terms of their settlement. But the reality is no one really is in a forgiving mood, certainly not so soon after seeing his assault on Cassie. Okay, so yeah, no one's gonna, can't unsee it. It's just, you can't unsee that. All right, so let me take this down for a second off my screen, if I can. Okay. Let's pull this up. Here it goes. I'm like, yeah. Now I want to freeze. Come on. All right, let me share my screen. All right, so here is the article that said Diddy cannot say Cassie's name in public, barred by settlement. Okay, so like I said, I kept questioning why wasn't he saying her name, and looks like he wanted to get that message out. So obviously he reached out to somebody at TMZ, or someone reached out to make sure they emphasize this in their today's story. But I mean, like I said, thank you for answering the question why he couldn't do it. So here is the reason. There are lots of reasons to drag Diddy over his video apology. The public outrage is still fresh over what he did to Cassie. But when it comes to him not saying her name in the mea culpa, there's a legal reason he could not. As you know, Diddy and Cassie reached a settlement one day after she filed her sexual assault lawsuit against him in November. And sources familiar with the agreement tells TMZ it includes a very strict NDA, which prevents both of them from speaking about each other in public. So you'll notice since the release of the 2016 beating video, you have not seen or heard Cassie trashing Diddy as you'd expect. So we're told that Diddy's attorneys very closely reviewed his video, so I was asking that as well. Like, I don't think his legal representation would have allowed him to come out here and speak, but obviously they wanted to be known that they did advise him, but they also supervised him as well. They didn't just let him come out here and make that statement, but still, it didn't help him, in my opinion, okay? Whether he said her name or not, it did not help him. But y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Diddy coming out with his apology video, as he says his apology, do you feel he was sincere about it? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. If you don't catch this live, leave it in the comment section. We'll talk about it down below. So anyway, like I said, so we're told that Diddy's attorneys very closely reviewed his video, apologized before it was posted for a couple of reasons. First, they needed to make sure it was in compliance with the NDA, meaning absolutely no mentions of Cassie by name, even though we're told Diddy wanted to say it. So I guess they're still trying to help his image. They're doing all they can, but to be honest, it's nothing to salvage here. Everything he has moving forward is garbage. It's rubbish. No one wants to deal with Diddy after seeing what the world has seen. They can't unsee it. It's just not going to happen. But I don't know. He's still fighting, but I don't know. I mean, I guess his reputation at this point, but you can't come back from this. This is all that the people need to see, because we question people's words. We don't trust everything that people say. Anybody can say something happened, but when you got the doggone proof, I mean, how do you question proof? You can't. Secondly, Cassie is just the tip of the legal iceberg Diddy is facing while he settled her lawsuit. He still has to deal with 3 other suits. That includes some of the same allegations Cassie brought, including human and sex trafficking. And that's one of the things that I was asking yesterday. Like, what would they be charging him with? And here's the answer: possible human and sex trafficking. So this would possibly turn into a RICO. And if this becomes a RICO, I feel like it's going to possibly go down the same or similar way as it did to R. Kelly. All the people who knew about this behavior, all the people who was aware of his actions and the way he, was basically mistreating these women and hurting them and traumatizing them beyond almost repair. They are going to get deals. Okay, we're going to be asking the same question. Why isn't nobody else getting locked up? Why is it one man an enterprise? Okay, it looks like it may be that situation possibly, but I know he still got some people, that's some hangers that are hanging on. Okay, he got the Stevie J's that ain't letting off. I don't know, he's plugged in. Okay, he got Young Miami. It's even, I heard on another blogger station that he possibly married his last baby mama, Little Baby Love's mom. And if that's even got a inkling of truth in it, then we know she may have been allowing him to do some vindictive, harmful PTS things to her too. I'm sure she had to endure some things to get to that spot and had that baby. You don't think she went through something? I mean, I don't know how severe it was with her, but I would believe that, some things went down with that baby mama. He ain't just giving kids out like that. I mean, Kim had, 3 or 4 of them? So, yeah, for her, if she married him, then of course that was a move on Diddy, because he's hoping that, they can't legally have her testify against her own spouse. So, that's to silence her and make her happy. She got to be married to Diddy. I don't know if that's satisfiable at this point in the relationship, because what you going to be happy if he gets, charged and convicted? How happy would she be then? Would she really ride it out with him? Especially when you facing a lot of time. You got to go through years of appeals and all that. Oh, it's just too much. I ain't got the patience. You go to jail, baby. You left me, I left you. That's just what it is. I don't know. Y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. But anyway, I just feel like that's a long time to hang on for someone, facing this amount of trouble. He got a lot of legal woes ahead of him. All right, so let me see. So for the same reason, our sources say Diddy legal team is on edge about him making any public statements as long as there's pending litigation. His own words could potentially be used against him in court. Okay, so let's go back. For that reason, and our sources says that Diddy's legal team is on edge about him making any public statements. Yeah, so let's just let me break this down a little bit, because to be truthful with y'all, I feel like this is a way to try to cover up what is already exposed, in my opinion, because it's already out there that so the statement is done, the damage is done. Again, I don't think they authorized this. I think they heard what we said yesterday on our little platform, and they took it because they specified. And even if you just go to the title, this is exactly what we had up there. Why I was like, he didn't speak of her name. And here we go today with the statement talking about he can't say her name. And he wants to emphasize he can't say her name. And he wants to justify why he can't say her name by putting this article out here or having this article addressed. Because what was the purpose of addressing it? Other than, speculating on this. But anyway, his legal team is on edge, as they should be, okay? Because if I was his legal team, I would be hella on edge. I'd be damn near falling off the cliff at this point, just because he should not have made a public statement. But he did it, and he did it a video one. Why not just write down your statement and leave it as a statement? You went and showed your whole face. You're just a fool. Whew, I know they didn't advise that, but they trying to make it like they did. They didn't. That being said, our sources say the lawyers allowed him to record the apology video, but only under their guidance. It didn't look like it was pre-recorded. That video looked like it went live, and he spoke that right then and there. So unless Desi, the comedian, was accurate about somebody was holding up the teleprompter so he could read it off of the teleprompter, but it looked like he was speaking off the dome. He freelanced, and to me that was not pre-written. That was just sloppy. It wasn't sympathetic. I couldn't empathize with him. I couldn't do nothing with him, but just throw him under the bus where he belongs. Okay. Justice for Cassie and the rest of them. All right, let's see. Let me get into. Okay, and let me just welcome y'all. For y'all that's in the chat with me right now, let me just welcome everybody that's in here. Shout out to Spicy. Appreciate you, love, for always rocking with your girl. We got my mod in the building. Shout out to Karen Johnson. Appreciate you, Queen. We also got Lisa Acker. She said he paid damn near $50 million a settlement. Child. Janelle Providence is in here. She says, good night to you, my dear. Good night, Queen. Let me see. Is this just the... Oh, yeah. This is just the beginning. We also got Renaissance of Consciousness up in here. She says, Mayor sounded like an angry ex. Yes, we finna talk about him right now. The mayor sounded like an angry ex. I'm going to need that key back player. Laugh out loud. I like your comment. Oh, you can keep the keys and the he comments, baby. We like to laugh over here. I'm glad they're not using his music. He never paid the artist anyway. They need to hit him where it hurts, his pocketbook, and that's exactly what they're doing. I truly do believe that they're trying to drain him for whatever resources he do have, and then they, like I said, they are the biggest narcissists. So they have to isolate him. They got to cut his whole support system off. They got to make sure he walk this fight alone. The same way they were saying they wanted Kells to walk his fight alone. They didn't want him to have no support system, no nothing. One thing Kells had is some support. Diddy ain't got none. Y'all notice he ain't got nobody out here. I ain't seen not one support channel of Diddy outside of the celebrities that he plugged in with. You know what I'm saying? I have yet to see any channels out here. Where's the Diddy support groups at? Are there any? Am I missing them? Because if they are, they must be super tiny. I need a microscope to find them. Let me see. Of course they heard your commentary. This is the channel that puts the pieces and the puzzle together. You best to believe it and know it, okay? So, yes, make sure y'all go follow me over there, too, at Pieces of the Puzzle, okay? We be putting stuff together. Let me see. Sunny is also in the building. Says it helps and the video is sincere. Justice for Diddy. Is you for real? Oh, Sunny do got a supporter. Let me highlight that one supporter, y'all. I ain't gonna hate. I am not even no hater. And I'm gonna show you just by posting you, Sunny DeBart. So you are welcome over here. Even if you support Diddy, I am not even gonna tear you down. You know what? Because I'm turning a new leaf, you guys. I'm being a better person, y'all. I'm gonna come with y'all. I'm really gonna do things so much different, but you still gonna get the same me, but just, and you know, when you know better, you do better, you grow better, right? So, but it's all love for you, Sonny. We're gonna pray for you, okay? And I hope that, you know, you don't have daughters, and if you do have daughters and you supporting him, I just hope that you explain to them why you're supporting Diddy after seeing that video that I just can't unsee. Okay, Spicy says, I'm not going to be happy until he is in jail for Tupac's deletion. That part, okay, because there's a lot of people that truly do believe that he had a lot to do with the, you know, the early demise of Tupac, okay? So, you know, he got a lot. I mean, when them chickens, when them roosters came to roost, baby. I mean, they came by the dozen. That's, ooh, gee. Okay, let me see what else y'all saying in the comment section. Hold on. Gemini is in the building. Say, hey, next. I was just about to say one of Diddy's ex-bodyguards just spoke to Pierre Morgan. He's saying he saw Diddy harm Cassie, Kim Porter, and some women. I'm like, that bodyguard is just pathetic. Yes, and not only is he pathetic, but he's acknowledging that he witnessed a crime. Okay? And again, these people are going to get deals. These people are going to get immunity to testify against him if he is and when he is arrested and charged for these acts. Because, like I said, depending on I don't think they have a statute of limitation for the minor one. Somebody that's supposed to allegedly been a minor at the time of their incident with Diddy. But they said that there's 3 others that have similar stories that are parroting from Cassie's story. So that's given that there must be more out there, evidence, video, something. But anyway, the bodyguard just acknowledged and he just admitted to witnessing of a crime. And then knowing this firsthand and seeing this stuff, again, these are the people who are going to get the immunity deals. They're not going to get locked up. We're going to be looking at them like, when you saw this, you said nothing all these years, So yeah, it's gonna be the same. It's a cycle. It's starting to repeat itself. It's a circle. We're in a circle. Spicy said Jaguar claimed he put that scare on Mary J's face and mad because she won't speak out and tell it. Oh my. And they're very quiet. It's a lot of people that really can't speak because it's alleged that Diddy got a preponderance amount of footage of people who was in his home. If his home has got cameraed up on everywhere you walk and move, then it's evidence everywhere. You hear Gene Deal when he speaks about all the politicians and the pastors and the preachers and all the people that's aware. And again, all these people can't really say a lot because look how TD Jakes came out. He did a backhanded acknowledgement. He didn't acknowledge it head on. He didn't come at it straight up. He watered it down. Okay, he didn't do it as God said, shake down, pressing together, and running over. He did put water on it, okay, and slapped it together. And that didn't press down and shake it together. And it didn't run over. But that's yeah. Anyway, let me see. This is Hollywood's opinion. Shout out to my mod. Appreciate you, Queen. Let me see. Gemini said, my thing is why Cassie's lawyer replied to Diddy knowing that he can't say Cassie's name. Right. I think they're taunting him. I think they're taunting him in a manner that they're doing it bluntly, but yet discreetly and indirectly. You know what I'm saying? But yet it's indirect, but it's direct. You see what it is. We decoding it over here. That's what we're going to be bringing a lot of reaction to this here Diddy case and let the people that's up there do what they do. And we just continue to react to the things that's happening here on the platform. And y'all bring your thoughts and your opinions over here. And it's appreciated. Shout out to V White is in the chat with us. We appreciate you, Queen. Thank you so much. Karen said, I noticed that too. Spicy said, yes, he does. OG Shabazz must be on his payroll because he's all on his job. What? That's what I said. Like, again, people that's and when it was Kels up for this, he couldn't get no supporters to support him, and so did he have celebrity supporters? Kels didn't even have that, okay? I can't think of not really one. I mean, Tyrese, I don't know. It was a few, I guess, but nobody did nothing, and he didn't have no support as far as I'm concerned. Let me see. Sonny said, thank you, Next. That's why I've been listening to you for years. You're about the truth and give the best insight. Thank you, Sonny. I appreciate that for sure. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it real around here, And we gotta let those who feel the way they feel the way they feel. Only thing we can do is present to you information and awareness and lead you to the water, but we can't make you drink it. Okay, I'm not forcing nothing down nobody's throat, but I will bring it to you and then let you make your decision for yourself. Shout out to Genevieve, I see you, baby. Hey, Spicy said that's what I say. He needs to be in jail. Also, the security. I'm telling you, all the stories that we're hearing and going to continue to hear as, things continue to develop, we're going to keep hearing all these people who was enablers, all these people who, turned the blind eye. A lot of people got paid off just to make things go away, But Jaguar, I can honestly say, Gene Deal, they have been very vocal. There's some other bloggers that are out here that's being very vocal and consistent and just bringing, continuous news, and she doing her thing. And I got to give her credit, Tisa Tells, because I remember when I was covering the Shanquella Robinson's case, and I was bringing it, okay, and she gave me my props, so it's only right, real recognize real, you know what I'm saying, and she doing her thing. So I know she don't need my help to throw her supporters over there, but y'all make sure y'all check her out. I can honestly say in this here case, she's knocking it out the ballpark, okay? And that's how you bring information and, and commentary and content to the platform. So again, shout out to Tisa Tales. Definitely want to give her flowers, because, we can't be haters. We really have to, give credit where credit is due. We got to change this cycle. We got to change the dynamics that we can't support others, and we can't, give flowers where flowers are due. We got to be able to share that knowledge. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm still going down my little thingy here. Where we at with it? Let me see. Let's see. It's over here. Let's check it out. Let's see. Let me get my sister right, because I see she just came in here. Hold on, y'all. All right. Miss T, you should be good. All right. Let's check it out. Let's see. Shout out to my sis. She's in the chat. Shout out to Miss T. And let me see. Yes, Tisa Tells is on Diddy's neck. Yeah, she ain't letting up, and I like that. I love it. I love what I'm hearing. I love what I'm seeing. So she like I said, she doing her thing, and we gotta learn how to give flowers when it's due. I mean, I may not agree with everything people do on their platforms, but I can say for this particular, she on it, and she doing her thing. So yeah. All right, let me see. I wanted to pull up the mayor. I'm gonna talk about that for a second. And let me know if y'all can hear me good. Do I need to adjust my music? I don't want my music louder than me. I just want it to be soothing in the background for us, to give us a little vibe. Okay. All right. Slams. So many people are coming out that are, again, speaking up and letting it be known. And there was a moment where Scrappy came out actually earlier as well, and he wanted it to be heard that he ain't said nothing in no type of defense of Diddy, and he wanted to separate himself real fast. I was like, he came out, he was hysterical. I was like, who threatened him? He was like, he's about to lose his job. The way he came, I was like, oh my God, Scrappy, calm down. Like, ain't nobody checking for you, okay? Y'all can hear, okay, cool. I'm like, ain't nobody checking for you, Scrappy. Just chill out, my brother. Okay, you ain't did nothing that you need to be worried about here. You take very good care of your children. We see you. All right, let me get my screen up here. Okay. All right. So the Mayor Adams, okay, considering revoking Diddy's key to New York City after that chilling video, y'all. So the mayor is like considering rescinding it. And I believe they're going to. I believe he's going to rescind it Mayor Adams is considering revoking Diddy's key to the NYC after chilling video. Mayor Eric Adams said his administration is taking everything under analysis regarding Sean Diddy Combs' key to the city after a video surfaced of the rapper assaulting his ex-girlfriend. In an interview with Pix 11 News Monday, Adams said his team was getting together to consider rescinding Diddy's key to the city, which Adams awarded, last year, 2023. Okay? Diddy admits, and see, some of this to me be calculating, because matter of fact, when did he get that key to the city? Especially it's like a lot of this stuff is a humiliation too, though. I mean, he definitely is in the wrong. He's caught up. I'm not making no excuses for him. He threw, but I'm just saying, it's like, when did they give him this award? Because I know her claim came out towards the end of the year, so I would wonder what month did they give him this award, because they should have been considering this when her claim came out. But anyway, that's just my thought. I think all of us were deeply disturbed by watching that chilling video of the young lady being assaulted by him. The committee and the team have never rescinded a key before, but we are now sitting down to see what the next steps forward are going to be, Adams said. Adams said he and his team will come up with a final determination at a later date. Diddy, currently under federal investigation and facing widespread allegations of abuse and sexual assaults, apologized for his behavior. Exactly what he did. He apologized for his behavior to himself in the video and said he's committed to be a better man. Oh, okay. I guess now he's committed as of that day, as of yesterday or Friday, whatever that day was. I take full responsibility for my action in that video, he said in a statement posted to social media. So again, this is an admission. He's acknowledging that video. He's acknowledging that was him on the video, because he's basically taking full responsibilities for his actions, that what we saw in that video. So again, I believe they're going to use some of this against him. And don't take my word for it. Let me pull up this here report. Let me pull up this reporter's report so y'all can hear how the experts are talking about this here. Okay, here it goes. Alright. I'm going to screen share back up here. Boom. Alright, here we go. So this is the ex-FBI head. He exposes Diddy. And then, like I said, this is like a 17-minute thing. I don't want the whole thing. And this isn't, let me see if this is the same one. And you know Gloria already is all over it. She said she has a few alleged victims of Diddy that she's representing, y'all. You know she was gonna get her hands on some of this stuff. Okay? Gloria ain't playing. Okay, it's taking forever. And I'm looking at the age difference when they met. She was 19. He was 37. Cassie was 19. That's true. But then there's somebody that has another claim who said that they was about 17. So they're a minor. So, you know, I don't know who. And then one of them is not identified. So, you know, he is in for a world spin. Where's that one where Gloria spoke on this act? It's so many people that's coming out that's denouncing him and distancing themselves. Look at Lil Scrappy. He was serious as all out ever. If y'all didn't get a chance to check that one out, go over there to 9mag TV, because he has that video of Lil Scrappy going in, because people was coming for Scrappy, and He like, nah, separate him from that. Oh, I'm glad this popped up. So the downfall of Diddy, I got a chance to watch that. I got a chance to see this one. It was really, really good. I actually took some notes, matter of fact. Let me see, let me pull them up. I took some notes because what it did was it gave the timeline of back from 1991, which his first criminal run-in was back in 1991. And then he had another one in 1999, which was that nightclub incident where the lady, was, what she said she got shot in the face or the nose or something. And then he had some terroristic threats at his son game with the coach. He tried to give the publishing rights back just to silence. Oh, and then he was trying to give his publishing deal rights back to people. Oh, that was a really good, early put together documentary laying out the foundation of the downfall of Diddy. I will definitely say they laid it really, really well. It was very explanatory and easy to follow. Let me see. So Gloria is thinking I'm getting some of that bag. She is a busy bee. Yes, she is, honey. Yes, she is. Gemini said, I almost forgot one of the former prosecutors in New York said they're using the same tactics they did to get killed. They're doing it with Diddy. Situation's different. Diddy better realize Fed's not playing. Yeah. And they are using the similar tactics. A lot of them are parroting one another. They're mirroring each other because I'm doing the compare and contrast of it. Like I said, what I noticed that they did different from him and Kells is they arrested Kells and then they started investigating Kells once he was locked up. For Diddy, because Diddy got the money, they not fit to just come in there and just arrest him and then start their investigation. So they're actually doing it the way an investigation should be done, which is investigate, get everything that you need together. Once you have all your information and evidence and cooperative witnesses and star witnesses and all of whatever you need to, go to the grand jury with to secure an arrest warrant to be able to bring him in and have him face whatever charges he's going to face. That's how they doing it with him. So they doing it the right way. They're not just going to grab him yet. When they get him, they got him. So because they're doing their investigation first. So again, that's the difference between him and Kells. They investigated Kells while he was in the slammer, locked up, no finances, no money to fight it, no whichever way he tried, he couldn't. Had people, lawyers wasn't trustworthy, couldn't trust them. They just wanted to milk him out the last few dollars he did have, which wasn't that much at that time. I mean, it was just a mess. But this situation with Diddy, because he actually has some resources, is what they're saying, supposed to be a billionaire, and got all this money or whatever, so they're not able to manhandle him the way they probably want to manhandle him. They're going to really have to cross their T's and dot their I's. And again, when they do come and arrest him, you better believe they got what they need to get him, because they ain't coming until they got it. So we just waiting to see how long it's going to take. And I heard somebody say, oh, it's been 2 months. It don't matter how long the investigation started 2 months ago. It can last as long as it takes for them to get it, whatever it is that they need to, like I said, secure an arrest, because they're not going to grab him and make a fool of themselves. So, but they doing what they got to do. Situation is more damaging to me because, one, he don't have a group of supporters. I don't see anybody out here supporting Diddy at all. And then you got like I said, the few little celebrities that is hanging on with the hanger-oners. They really probably have to, because whatever it is he may have on them. Let me see, Russell. Oh, okay, I thought he said something. Okay, so let's listen to this here about.
And then Diddy, when you add on to that there was a blanket women have to stop. So
let me just click on it. years of therapy. So I don't know how much therapy he had, but it ain't gonna. It couldn't have been long enough for him to really heal from what he put others through and heal himself. You know, he has to fully it definitely gonna take years though. And it don't look like he's even had therapy. I mean, I'm just reading
women,
him from the outside
have to stop. So this certainly is something that what more can you say? And then when you add on to that there was a blanket denial on Combs' part when the lawsuit first came out, and now he's apologizing because the video has been revealed. I think many people would say this is something that is very disingenuous.
Yeah, denied it when other women came forward as well, but when the lawsuit settled that lawsuit in the day, and now obviously I think we all know why that was the case. Here he is, Sean Combs, though, talking about the fact I mentioned earlier, since the darkest time in his life, that he went to therapy and rehab and that kind of thing. Let's listen.
And I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for His mercy and grace.
I guess Dr. Jeffy's trying to say, I'm a different person now than I was then. This was years ago, would you say?
Well, after something so horrific, so violent, and allegedly the years of violence against other people, what can one say other than, well, good for you that you want redemption, good for you that you're getting therapy. These are the things that I would recommend. But I think people are going to take a very long time to believe that he's genuine in doing this, and it takes a long road to recovery after being involved in such heinous acts.
Is it possible to recover from something like that?
Well, we also have to think about the victims here too, right? And the alleged victims. I think it's very difficult for people to recover from these things. They eventually do. I'd be much more concerned about the victims first. As for him, if that is a singular case, if I were working with a patient who had done some of the things that he's done, certainly I would say that would take years of therapy, years of substance abuse treatment in order to come back from that. But can one recover? Yes, of course they can, but it does take years of work, and we don't really know what other psychological demons, what other issues are going on with this particular individual.
What about, he has kids himself? I mean, young kids to those, I think, in their 20s. What about them? They probably thought of their dad one way, and now, boy, imagine them seeing this. What would you say?
Well, I would say that these are the other victims of these sorts of alleged actions, right? That the family always suffers. But he's even had one son, I believe, who allegedly was involved in a physical or sexual assault, and that has come to light. Again, an allegation which he denies. But when you put all of these things together, Connell, it just does not look good. He may recover emotionally, but will his reputation ever recover? I just
probably not.
don't.
Yeah.
His career. We talked to Dominic Patton from Deadline about that last hour. Let me play for you what he had to say about whether his career is over. Watch.
A career point of view, again, I hate to repeat myself. There's always someone somewhere who will pay $3 million for Diddy to show up at their wedding or something like that. But in terms of mainstream American success,
it's over.
Done and dusted.
That makes sense to you, Dr. Jeff? Done and dusted?
I think it's going to be very difficult for him to come back, especially after apologizing, and I guess that is an admittance that he's admitting that he did physically abuse this woman, who also alleges that he had raped her in her home, forced her to have sex with other people. I just think it's going to be a long road for him to recover his reputation. But again, my concern is really for the alleged victims of this and the actual victims of this. This is all proven.
Some vindication, I guess, for Cassie and some other people that have come forward as well in a big way, right? I don't know how
because too often we don't believe the women who have been victims of these things. So, obviously she's telling the truth about this, and I think we need to give more credence and support to people who are victims of physical and sexual abuse. Instead of doubting them, listen to them and give them the help that they need.
Final point here, LA Times, you see this commentary for black women in the world of hip-hop, always been a minefield of misogyny. Do you agree with that, number one? Do you think things are changing? Have they improved at all? What would you say?
I think it's been a world of misogyny when it comes to powerful people, powerful men, no matter what culture, no matter what race. This is something that power and the money corrupts people. And it's, again, the victims of this are left to have to try to recover for years. Emotional pain that is beyond words.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find.
Wow. Ooh, so he needs a lot of therapy. His career in terms of mainstream media is over. Now, like they said, he may get some folks that want to have a Diddy at their party and willing to pay for it. But then you got to make sure that bringing him, that the people that your guest is going to be happy with him performing, because you're going to have a lot of mixed emotions if he pulls up at a party, okay? But yeah, I agree. I think his career is definitely over. But if it's just trying to, I don't know, what is he trying to save other than I know he's trying to save his name, his legacy and everything, but it's over once you caught like this. It's really, all the people need to see it, because we don't believe nothing you say, but when we can see what you say, it's over for him, and it's over for him. Okay, let me get into the Gloria one. So Gloria basically said that Diddy's troubles are not over yet. And you heard what the last broadcasting said that he admitted his guilt. He acknowledged it, like I've been saying. So just because they can't use this particular video against him in a court because of the statute of limitation, but they may go around it somehow, some way. And if that is the case, they're going to use this so-called apology as an admittance of guilt, especially if he don't take the stand.
Video and posted their reactions on social media that they were sickened, they were so disturbed. Some people have said that they can't even watch it. What was your reaction to seeing that video of Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie Ventura?
Well, I certainly feel for Cassie Ventura. And it's interesting because I'm not surprised by that and by his misconduct. By the way, after numerous denials recently, Sean Combs today admitted what, of course, he had to admit, or at least couldn't continue to deny. That is what he did to Cassie on the video. So, and then of course he says he's sorry, and he got help, and all of that. But really, this is horrible, abusive, revolting conduct. And of course, the Los Angeles County District Attorney, because it did occur in LA County at the now closed Intercontinental Hotel in Century City, they said they could not prosecute him now because this conduct occurred 2016. In other words, it's too late now. It's not within the period of time called statute of limitations to file a criminal charge against him in terms of a state violation. Having said that, it would not at all surprise me if the Justice Department of Justice, and the federal prosecutors are taking a look at this video. And obviously they are investigating. We all know they did recently 2 searches of his homes, both in Florida and in California, and recovered, as per the search warrant, numerous electronic devices like phones, laptops, desktops, whatever he had that was electronic, and perhaps other items as well. Generally, the federal government doesn't do that unless they feel there's substantial evidence, probable cause, that they had to prove to a magistrate to get those search warrants. And they don't generally do it unless at some point later they do seek an indictment against him and then file charges.
Okay, so it's still possible. It's not the end of this saga yet, even though...
not at all.
For now, it doesn't...
Not at all.
It doesn't look like there's an immediate lawsuit, but as you said, it may not be the end of this saga yet. I know that...
Well, Cassie did file a lawsuit against him, and that got a lot of public attention, and the next day she settled it.
This is what I wanted to ask you about. Talk to me a little bit about that. The role that settlement, which I believe was in November last year, November 2023, what
Correct.
role would that settlement have played into why law enforcement won't pursue a case for now?
None. A person can file a civil lawsuit seeking damages. And by the way, I represent a number of alleged victims of Sean Combs, although we have not yet filed a lawsuit for any of them. But in it, there is no impact on a criminal case. The fact that an individual has sought compensation for the damages she alleges she suffered in the same incident. By the way, those who, the investigators, those who searched the homes of Mr. Combs, that's Homeland Security. And Homeland Security generally is involved in sex trafficking investigations. And this very well could turn out to be a case. Of course, we have to see if the evidence would support it.
So let's pause it. So she has some alleged victims of Diddy that she has yet to file any lawsuits on. Okay? What she is doing with those so-called alleged victims is waiting to see first if there's any cooperative evidence that will support charges or a claim. So he paid out Cassie. Now let's see what he's going to do with the others before we put ours in. So their time is ticking, but we just don't know, you know what I'm saying, exactly what their claims are until they file their lawsuit, which they have yet to do. So she's sitting around and she's playing chess, and she's definitely, about that bag, okay? She always coming out when these type of cases come out. So you will see Gloria somewhere in there. But yeah, she had a lot to say, y'all. Let's continue. Let's finish this up.
Very similar to singer.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. She also spoke about the charges that he would be possibly facing, which again is okay. So the charges he would be facing, because it's Homeland Security whom is actually investigating him. It's not the feds, but of course they're involved, but Homeland is the ones that's actually doing the investigation. And what they target is human trafficking, sex trafficking, stuff like that, things that he is actually being accused of. So again, these are going to be some life-changing charges if, they get what they need to bring them in. So, but for some reason, I feel like it's hard to say what they have and what they don't have because he's not arrested. It's like you want to say more, but honestly, I can't, because there's no charges against him right now. And I don't know if they banned him from leaving, the country, or did they like take his passport or anything. Nothing like that has been done from my knowledge. So he's free to come and go as he wants and pleases. But I'm thinking if he try to maybe make some arrangements to say leave the country on some business or whatever, I think that's when they would just get him. That's my personal opinion. If he tried to pull one of them, because I don't think they're gonna let him leave. Because just look how Lil Duval thought was being funny or whatever, and saying he looked like he was in Bailey with Russell Simmons. And so, looking at his background, the wooden area, yeah, it was given. He could have been out the country, and then I think that's why he came outside. Like, Diddy let it be known he can't stop, won't stop. And he wanted people to know that he is still here in America, because he didn't want them to come trying to embarrass him outside somewhere. He's trying to move strategic and careful. So, yeah, he I see how he moving. But let's finish this out.
R. Kelly's case, where he ended up being charged with sex trafficking violations of RICO, which is a very serious federal crime, Racketeering, Influence, Corrupt Organizations Act, which has a longer statute of limitations than any state charge he might have faced. All things are possible based on whatever evidence they have, and if prosecutors feel that they could prove a case beyond a reasonable doubt, and possible Mann Act violations, which were also present in the R. Kelly case. In other words, taking a woman, especially an underage woman, but any woman, across state lines for the purpose of commercial sex. So we'll have to see what comes out of it based on the evidence. No charges have been filed yet. He's presumed innocent unless and until he is proven guilty in a court of law. But this is not over until it's over. It's not over yet.
I want to ask you one final question, and that is, people of course know you. You have represented women who have had allegations of sexual assault against some very famous and powerful men, notably Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby. Sean Diddy Combs is another such person, an icon in the music world, in the hip-hop and pop world. Do you think that things have changed from those previous lawsuits you were a part of? Or do you think if he was a regular civilian, things would have been different?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, he has a big business enterprise. He is very public. There have been numerous allegations against him. There are 5 civil lawsuits against him right now, and there may be more filed in the future. So it's I can't speculate as to what would have happened if he were not a public figure. But I'm glad there's a serious investigation taking place, and we'll have to wait and see what the outcome of it is. But I just wanted to say the fact that no state charges are filed on account of that video doesn't mean that the federal investigators are not interested in it. I'm sure they're very interested in it, and in fact may have known about it, may even have had possession of it prior to its becoming public. We don't know.
Want to become an amazing content creator? You should use Motion Arrays, templates, motion graphics, presets, plugins, music.
Okay, so Gloria says it ain't over. I agree, it's not over. I think it's just getting started, and there's so much more to come. Let me take this off for a second. All right.
Disgusting.
On Diddy's apology, did it? News, we are learning.
You hear Sean Diddy Combs putting out an apology. What he says in this new video after that graphic hotel surveillance showing him attacking his then girlfriend, and authorities tonight on why they cannot prosecute that particular case. Here's Matt Rivers.
Tonight, Sean Diddy Combs apologizing after video emerged appearing to show the rapper and producer brutally attacking his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura.
Okay, let me share this with you.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
In the 2016 hotel.
I bet he even more disgusted just knowing that he may not realize it at the time that he was admitting to, his wrongdoings, and it's going to be used against him in his future endeavors. All right, y'all. Okay, y'all. I think that's about it. Let me just check some traps on my way out. Let's see. So Jaguar has come out to you guys, and she's been talking. And Jean just did another. I don't know if that's a repeated interview that she clipped Tisa Tells, but he spoke about how Diddy abused his mom, and there was some witnesses to that. So Diddy has a really, really dark past. I definitely would agree. I think his troubles start way before the fame. I just think it went into the fame. He never got help that he needed when he should have gotten it. And for him to say that he's gotten help, but he speaks of it in past tense, that just says that he doesn't have any current help and he's not receiving any. So if he really trying to redeem himself, he needs to get some current help. But that's just my thoughts and my opinion. Y'all leave y'all in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, share this video. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn that post bell notification on and select all so you don't miss me when I come back and bring you guys yet another one. That is my time. I appreciate you guys and hope to see y'all on the next one. Peace.